This week on TGC News, background check numbers for September, new suppressors, new guns, and a flat-out amazing deal of the week. Welcome back to another episode of the Gun Collector News, the only gun news show that covers things that you actually care about. My name is John Patton. We are in Colorado. Yes, out here in Colorado. And I have a co-host this week. Sean from Dangerous Freedom is going to tag team the news with me. Sean, say hi.
Yo!
After this is over, make sure you go subscribe to his channel, which will be linked in the description. Let's kick this week off with some background check numbers. I keep hearing that the gun industry is... Wait. Do you smell that? Is that partially burnt diesel and sadness? Yeah, the entire gun industry is on the struggle bus this week. As with every time we look at these background check numbers, we must remember that these are a trend indicator and not a one-for-one on guns sold. Okay, so in September 2023, we did 2.1 million background checks. That is not far off the previous 2 months and about 300,000 less than last year. It's closer to 2018-2019 numbers. The positive thing here is that we haven't dipped below 2 million checks for any of the months this year, and typically we see sort of a strong uptick towards the end of the year. We also have U.S.-funded international turmoil going on in the Middle East and Eastern Europe, so that will likely bump numbers up just a touch. On the flip side of that, I'm actually kind of eager to see the potential for forced innovation and interesting new products again. You know who does have some interesting products? This week's sponsor, Kinetic Development Group.
These shenanigans brought to you by Kinetic Development Group.
Oh man, I wish this was a little bit longer. Hey John, any ideas?
Oh, I got this. KDG.
Whoa, the SRX-6. Hey, what else you got over there for the AR?
KDG.
Oh, the MREX AR rail. No, don't do it a third time.
KDG.
What in the crayon eating? Oh, it works.
Oh, and if you want to make that magic happen maybe a little bit easier, try using TGC 10. You know what that is, and you know where to use it. Don't be dumb.
Hey, I've got some KDG stuff.
We already did the promo, dipshit.
Let's talk about some accessories. Sharps Brothers has an interesting take on the grip module for the P365. It has a pick rail up front, a nice undercut on the trigger guard, gas pedals on both sides, and I say use both at the same time and pull the trigger with your pinky. It also has a removable grip panel, on both sides actually, so you can add a bit of class. You heathens! MSRP is right at $290, which is not the cheapest thing out there, but when you compare it to Icarus Precision or Mischief Machine, it's less expensive. John actually has one of these, and he should have a video out soon if he gets his shit together. Keep waiting, nerds. Next up, Franklin Armory is finally shipping their binary Glock trigger called the GS173, which is a terrible name. It's like George Lucas naming droids. Blech.
Roger, roger.
This is exactly what it sounds like, a bang on the pull and a bang on the release. Kind of like your mom. However, it requires a full new slide to function. That's why the pricing is a staggering 900 bean. It's also important to note that this is for the Glock Gen 3 guns and won't work on the newer Gen 4 and 5. From there, we jump into some suppressors. Gemtech has a new version of the Abyss now with a 7.62 bore diameter. It's rated to work with everything from 5.7 up to 300 Win Mag. It weighs a beefy 16.3 ounces and they're claiming low back pressure and a super durable construction. So exactly what everyone else is claiming these days. I'm actually curious to see what kind of tone we get out of this for the MSRP of 940 sheets of subjectively valued paper. Another can hit the market this week and it's from Surefire. It's called the SOCOM 556 RC3. There seems to be a lot of hype on this one. They say this has 60% less back pressure than other cans and they really stress the fighting with the suppressor side of things with this. The baffles are 3D printed alloy and they are claiming excellent sound suppression as well. I'm eager to see some unbiased reviews on this one. The old first gen SOCOM cans were ultra durable but not the best on sound and it seems like this third gen might have come a long way. Seeing more and more low back pressure cans on the market is flat out awesome and I'm glad the industry's moving that way. Hey, you guys want to save some money? Alright, here's John with the deal of the week.
I'll tell you what, you guys are doing yourselves some big favors. So Wheeler saw how many of you bought the torque wrenches that we advertised last week and decided to do yet another absolute smoke show of a deal. This time, the 89-piece and 72-piece screwdriver sets are both on sale for half off. Yes, 50% off these things. And if you use our link, you'll get 20% off of anything else you happen to buy. The code to get that deal is SDriver50. Go use it. I personally use the 89-piece set all the time. I love it. It has saved my butt more than I can count by having the correct bit for just about anything. And for half off, you could get one for your range setup and one for your home setup. Links are in the description, the profile, pinned comment, whatever. How about we get back into some new guns? Weatherby has a few new ones on deck. First is the 18i Limited Shotgun. This is a 12-gauge inertia-driven semi-auto with a 28-inch barrel and some of the more beautiful exhibition-grade walnut furniture I've seen on any semi-auto. There's also a beautiful 24-karat gold inlay and some engraving that is super clean as well. This is a premium shotgun, and therefore it carries a premium MSRP of $3,100. For premium shotguns, that's actually not that bad. Weatherby also announced the Mark V High Country, which is sporting a carbon fiber stock with this sort of sponge camo look. It's got a fluted barrel and can be had in 14 different calibers, and most of those can be had in a left-hand configuration as well. That's pretty cool. MSRP is a not cheap $2,700 to $2,800, depending on the caliber. On the more affordable side, they announced a new version of their Vanguard. It's called the Outfitter and comes with a spiral fluted barrel, a polymer Monte Carlo style stock, and a fairly cool looking camo pattern. This one can be had in 15 different calibers, so pretty much anything you want. None of them on this gun are left-hand though. MSRP is $999 for that. These are certainly not meant to go against something like Ruger American, which is ultra cheap in price point, but this is a nicer gun all around. You guys ready for Sean one more time? Tough. Here he is.
For the 50-year-old hipster doofus wearing backwards baseball caps, Hawaiian shirts, and riding electric longboards, SIG has a new version of the 226 called the X5 Legion. I thought we already had one of those, but you know, like a low-budget cooking channel, they keep finding new ways to use the same ingredients and get a new gun out of it. This one is actually pretty baller looking. It's a hammer-fired 9mm with 3 20-round mags, a 4.4-inch barrel with a big old ported slide nose, an adjustable flat trigger, tungsten-infused grip panels for added weight, and of course, cut for an optic. Overall weight on this bad boy is over 42 ounces. Hefty for a gun like this, but makes it a great choice for competition use, and honestly, you need to work out anyway. And since SIG doesn't put prices on the site, we're just gonna make it up. The 226 X5 Legion has an MSRP of 312 Sasquatch tails. I'd love to know what you guys think of this one. Let us know down in the comments. And while you're typing that, I'm gonna hit you with this week's Friendly Fire. My question to you guys, do you think gun bunnies are harmful to the industry, or are you a simp? Fight each other down in the comments, and if you want to ask a Friendly Fire question, steal the Declaration of Independence and write your question on the back.